Hi guys, welcome to the second episode for the C39 version 2 Alpha. Paul back to the show again, and Paul, we had a really fun day. We did accumulated another, we basically crossed 1,000 rounds. We are above 1,100 rounds at this point. Today we put a little bit more pressure on the rifle. You did the dump 75 rounds from that Korean mag. It survived.
Yeah.
It survived. The Korean mag survived, and all 75 rounds went down the pipe. Paul, any feeding problems?
No feeding problems. I will say that magazine seems like it takes forever to go through it.
It seemed like a long time. I mean, like I was like, oh my God, is he down or not? Also, this trigger, this is the Sentri arms trigger. It's not really designed for the really fast shooting. Yes, you can do the quick dumps with it, but it has that longer travel, so it's not like with ALG triggers where you can really cycle through those mags in no time. You had one bump fire, I think, with this. That was accidental, obviously, not on purpose, but basically that's what happened. But the first things first, what happened was we have changed the stock. We have changed the stock. As you guys can see, I put the M4 stock adapter and we have a better stock, and I will show you the footage. What the problem was with the original stock, as we were complaining in the first video, the screw slots work out inside the wood, and basically those screws are now moving freely, and that's it's a cheap wood. There's no other way to put it. I'm not the specialist. I do not know what kind of wood they use, but that wood also is horrible for shielding you off from the heat. Heat was a problem again today. Paul, literally guys, it takes, if you will push, and today is not that hot. Today we have a very comfortable temperature, it's 81 degrees, but you push 3-4 magazines on this rifle and you have to put it away. Temperature check, temperature check. Where was hot here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's 400 degrees. 463, 463, that's it. You have to simply put it away. It's impossible to hold it by the handguard. So, and the temperatures are hovering around the 480, 490 degrees immediately after those magazine dumps. So basically that whole, even the area here on the receiver, you have to be careful how you're touching it. It's hovering around the 150, 180 degrees. You have to wear gloves. I always encourage you to wear gloves when shooting AK rifles, but especially that one is getting hot. That being said, enough with the bitching complaints. We did also the Scent Tornado test on this rifle today, and we have very interesting results. So the first Scent Tornado, 8 rounds down the pipe, and it wasn't, and the rifle stopped cycling. The problem wasn't really with scent clogging the action. Paul, what happened there?
Failure to feed.
Failure to feed. There was no round completely stripped to the chamber, so the rifle cycled. The bolt was closed, but the round didn't go to the chamber. We decided to clean the rifle and go the second time, and second time all 22 rounds remaining in the magazine were expanded and flawless performance, and there was tons of sand inside the rifle, inside the action, so the sand definitely was going in. So that's the positive note. It basically the rifle eat the whole magazine. If you know, anyway, you know, we are no big fans of Sentri. There's no secret, but we have to admit it that basically we actually, well, let me take this back, because we don't know what was the reason why the round wasn't fed after the 8 rounds, first 8 rounds. So, but the second time, the 22nd rounds, and all went in. So good performance. It's a good performance on the Scent Tornado. But let's have a look, Paul, inside. I'll be feeding you with the parts. Let me remove the annihilator 3X from the rifle, and of course the magazine. Let me pop the hood, and you can still see, we cleaned the rifle, but you can still see the little bit sand debris flying from it. Recoil spring, Paul, I do not see any problems with the recoil spring at all. But here is the main question, the bolt carrier and the bolt. And this is where the money is. And okay, so there is a little bit more splash on the rear end of the bolt carrier, but it's at this point we are at 1100 rounds, so it's deforming, but it's not tragic.
No.
So we'll put it that way. Let me pull out the bolt, and I will continue to evaluate. Let's look into the channel. See this, you can see clearly those hard working areas right now, and you can even touch Paul. It's a burr. It's a burr.
Yep.
It's a burr on that channel. Other than this, here it's looking good. How do we have any more damage on the piston head? This, see?
Yeah, it's progressing.
It's progressing here and here. Two spots. And we basically think this is from the gas tube. From the gas tube they're getting. But up front is all good.
Yep.
It's just on the back, on the rear. So much for the bolt carrier. And oh my gosh, Paul, look at that. Look at here. Look at this.
Oh wow.
This, and you can feel it. You can literally feel it. The burr.
Yeah.
Burr.
It's smashing.
Oh my gosh, this camera should catch this, guys. You should see the pictures. This thing is getting smashed here, and this was noted in the first episode. So, and also what I don't like, guys, I will tell you this right away, the locking locks. I don't like how they are being shaped right now, but I mean, we'll roll with it. At the end of the episode we'll do the head spacing check, but you can clearly see that they're digging in right here on the receiver right now. And look at this side, Paul. You see?
That's a notable chunk.
This should be flat, guys. This surface basically should be flat, and you can see that this thing is just digging to it. It's not. We'll see how this is going to end. Maybe maybe we are overreacting, but we will see. But this for sure, I mean, you can touch it with the finger. Bolt face and the extractor claw is looking good. Extraction was perfect, no feeding issues. Today was no feeding issues, with the exception of the Sentri tornado test, that one round. But we didn't have a problem. And I had one during the magazine dump. I had one problem with one magazine. I couldn't remove it freely. But that's it. So improvement. I guess the things are settling down. Let's have a look inside the rifle. That trigger group, I do not have any complaints about the trigger group, Paul. Do you have any complaints?
It works.
Yeah,
well.
it works well. The trigger group is working well, and here you can see the marks, but especially this is where the locking lugs. See on this side, and look at the trunnion, Paul. There is, I will try to take a picture, but if you will look from the angle, you can see there is a step right now. See the step on the locking lug right here. It's like going, and then it's a step. That's why you got those marks on the bolt. That's why is this happening on the locking lugs. That's why you got here. See, so the bolt goes like this, rotates, and this is why is this happening. Interesting. We'll watch it. We'll continue to watch it. We'll see what's going to happen. Other than this, the chamber is looking good. And flipping to the other side, everything here is looking good and decent. I do not see the problems. Paul, if you could pass me a bolt carrier, let me pop the lever. This is the gas tube, nothing on the back. And the Pirate for you. And I do not see marks. Paul, you'd have a look. Maybe you can spot something. But barrel here is looking good. I do not see any problems. This retainer gets extremely hot, guys. I will caution you again, when you're shooting a lot of rounds with that rifle, watch out for that retainer. That really you can get
it's hot.
Get smoked.
I burned my finger on it today.
Paul got burned. Gas block inside is looking good. Front post still holding up in one piece. We changed the muzzle brake to the typical muzzle brake from the Meridian Defense, and it controls the recoil very nicely.
Oh yeah.
You still got the flamethrower show, but that's the nature of the muzzle brakes. No surprise, but it controls the recoil very nicely.
Oh yeah.
Very cool thing. Other than this, Paul, I think that this is looking good. I'm happy with the stock. Stock worked out perfectly today. No issues, nothing was moving. And other than the bolt and the bolt carrier, this is where we have to look and start paying really attention. We'll check the head spacing right after this. Nothing, I cannot close it. Nothing, and I will smash it right now, Paul. And nothing, head spacing is still good. So the rifle is basically cleared for the next set of torture and rounds down the range. So we'll extend it, guys. This is going slower. The series is going slower than the regular series because we want to make sure that we will test this rifle during the winter time. So don't freak out that this is going a little bit slower, but that's the goal, is to take this rifle to the winter and see how it's going to perform in the winter. All right, thanks for watching. Good job, Paul. Good job, Ola. Thank you.